Okay. Alright, we're recording, and I'm talking. I'm going to comment on this replay here. This one isn't live, but it's a really good game. So anyway, I've been watching like a lot of Day 9 recently, and a lot of Husky, and a lot of MLG. And I've been trying to really get better at this game and study. And so this guy comes up, I saw he's a level 50 something gold, and I'm like, alright, good. So he's a beefy opponent. Alright, let's do this. So I was like all motivated, and I watched all this YouTube crap, and I was like, all right, let's go take somebody on and just school them. Like, let's prove that I'm actually getting better at this game. So anyway, here I am. I'll speed it up a little bit, just the beginning stages aren't super interesting. The one thing I was realizing is that I tend to go army first, and then my army just sits around and sort of just was like, well, what do we do now? Because I can't use that kind of army. So I'm like, all right, well, you know what? I'm going to go economy first. Furthermore, I get that scout in there. Okay, you see this guy? This scout? Sorry. This is not usual for me. This is not normal. Okay, this is an improvement. So I see the forge going down, right? So that's a big deal. So I know, okay, go straight to economy. Perfect. So let's speed it up a little bit. So it goes straight for economy. I mean, I put the pool down initially, sure. Okay, so it wasn't like straight to economy, but I figured I would need maybe the pool. I wasn't sure yet. But either way, I do the expand. I do go straight to the economy. Oh, I can look at production and stuff. Let's take a look at income, see how we're doing. I'm beating him, which is good. Production, good. APM. Okay, let's actually slow this down. Let's see what's going on. Anyway, so here it's like before 6 minutes going for the lair. Got the spore crawlers down just in case. You'll see that comes in handy. Let's see what else we got here. Spending. No, what do I want to look at? Not resources. Income. Okay, so his income's doing better than mine, but that's just because I was transferring those workers. See, that's the other thing. Transferring workers, that's a new skill I was trying to also pick up. So, I can get the better saturation. So it's another thing I'm learning. So there my income goes up. My income's higher than him. Perfect. Now I look at... what am I looking at? Production. Alright. So I'm still just droning up. I'm still just building a lair. And just going straight with the swarm host build that I sort of remembered from Wikipedia a little bit. Like, okay, just, build... Make sure you have a lot of extractors down, like at least 2 by 6 minutes or something like that. I think they wanted actually 3 at 6 minutes, so I may have messed that up. But I see the Forge fast expand. His expansion is only just going up now, so he does go straight for Stargate though, right? So it's like 640. And so my build's actually pretty fast. My income is smushing his, which is great. Active forces are even better than his, somehow. What do I even have active right now? I don't even know. Anyway, I guess we're both going for the economy type game. So let's look at my camera, see what I do. Haha, stare at some larva. What do I care? But there it is. There. See these? Oh, good. Way to go. Oracle's coming out. He's chrono boosting out the Oracle. Gonna go for the Oracle harass. Figures he might be able to catch me. He's got warp gate coming out. Okay, just keeps macroing up. Let's check income. Okay, what happened to my income? Oh, I'm building buildings. And he's actually chrono boosting out his drones now, or his probes now. So actually, this income starts to favor him now. But I end up expanding later on, so you'll see how that ends up working out for me. But anyway, so now here comes the Oracle. And normally this would screw me over, but no, I put the Spore Crawler placement just like this, which is how the... who was it I was watching? Oh god, I don't know who it was. Maybe Vortex, or maybe it was... No, who was it? I don't remember. One of these Zerg players. Not Life, it was one of the other Zerg players. Anyway, so it brings in the Oracle. There are incomes are about to equal now. Let's look at production here. He's going Fleet Beacon. Oh, so he's rushing Sky Toss. Which is funny. I was just watching a video on... It was Lion King's Be Prepared, but it was 3-3 air. It was all about a Protoss. Air is so good. But I've already got 3 Swarm Hosts in production, which is good, and 2 Hydras. I was trying to do the Hydras and the Swarm Hosts simultaneously, because I knew that you have to have both for it to actually work. So I don't know why his Oracle just kind of sits here. I don't know. Let's check his perspective, see what he's actually looking at. He is warping in lots. Okay. I'm not that impressed with this guy, to be entirely honest with you. My APM's like average twice as big as his. Not quite twice, but... Alright, let's go back to everyone here. Everyone. What is it, 0? How do you do that? E. Everyone. Alright. Oh, did I miss it? Was Oracle dying? Oops. Oh, here it is. So he charges up, comes in. No dice. Completely denied. In the meantime, Swarm Host count is rising. Of course, this whole time I'm flipping out in my head because I'm like, oh my god, I'm way too late on these Swarm Hosts. Never going to work. But if you think about it, I mean, look at his active forces. Mine's definitely higher than his. What else do I want to look at? I don't know. I mean, we're more or less the same, I guess. Spending, I'm a lot higher. So I figure, you know, the Forged Fast Expand, I could have to take a little bit more risk here. And now the Swarm Host count is considerably high. Now, of course, the key here is that I went straight forward, which is really good, because I saw the Forged Fast Expand. Okay, now, he's pumping out these Tempests, though. Look at this. He's got 2 already, and a freaking ton of probes. His probe count is even better than my drone count. So his income's better. So you see my macro is suffering a little bit. I could have macroed a little better here. But of course I can always improve on stuff. But he's got resources that he's not doing too much with though. So it's okay. I mean his units aren't that impressive like at all. So I decided to move out with the Swarm Host, a little premature. Still working on the micro with that, not exactly sure how to do that. I got his Zealot legs. I got the Enduring Locust really late. I kind of forgot about that upgrade. But anyway, these things are following up. I'm still trying to drone up a little bit here because I realize I'm running a little low. And yeah, I haven't done the Hydra upgrades yet, which is kind of bites. But I did throw down a Ninja, which is funny because look at that. He was trying to throw down a Ninja. Ironic. Anyway, he does put down an expansion there, which I don't know that I ever actually know about. Which is kind of funny, actually, because his income probably smushes mine at this point. But he comes out to challenge this, and that's just not going to work out for him. Even with the 4 Tempests, because honestly, I don't think Tempests really counter these guys so much. You see, they don't have the Enduring Locust yet, so that's not super good. God, I never remember this. I went Swarm Host another game, and I forgot about the one that was, like, slightly adjacent, you know? It was, like, right here. Like, you know, I just don't look at it. I don't know why. I'm stupid. Anyway, so his income is edging mine out a little bit, but mine is still pretty good for me, considering like my saturation is not bad at all, which is definitely an improvement for me. So I keep sending out these locusts just sort of repeatedly, and yeah, so he can shoot them with that, but like those aren't really going to do that much damage. And yeah, the locusts aren't either because of the lack of enduring locusts. Oh, that's done now. Good. Okay. And the Hydra upgrades are coming out now, the 1-1 upgrades are coming out. I mean, obviously all these things are slow timed, but I was working on that early game, right? I was working on getting the units out, getting the build correct, doing the scouting, and then, so yeah, all this other sort of late game macro, which I'm usually really good about, is a little bit delayed, but that's okay. So here they come again. He's got the Observer, he's going to do something really Gosu, but luckily my Spawn of Locust comes out, able to you know, hold him off a little bit. He's moving up, he's going to focus down one of these things. You can see with the Siege unit, which is really good, but I can bring up the Hydras, which have a real high DPS to force him to retreat. So I lost the Swarm Hosts, which is a little bit annoying. Throw down another expansion, which is good. This one, this expansion is sort of derping around because my macro isn't quite there yet. I mean, but it's easy. I can look at this stuff and be like, okay, I need to improve this. Like that's a good thing. I can look at that, be happy about that. He's not really doing much with this expansion, which is probably another reason why I won the game, because he's too busy trying to figure out how to transition into something, which I guess he chooses Colossi. That was his choice. Now, I actually microed these guys, which made me happy, because I microed them to shoot this thing. I'm like, okay, let's actually do something useful and shoot the wall, which I think actually made a difference in the end, believe it or not. So now I get this expansion sort of there. Not really. In the meantime, this is totally unharassed. At some point, he brings in a War Prism, which is kind of funny, but you'll see I end up handling that, which is good. So now he's got the Colossi, so they're supposedly holding off, but the whole time he's losing resources, and my units are for free, so look at that. Oh my god. That's how much resources he's lost, that's how many I've lost. Swarm Hosts are the most cost-efficient unit in the universe if you get them in position. Look at that. Colossus almost goes down. Colossus does go down. Holy frick. Okay, bad micro on his part, but still, you know, you can utilize that. So I get these guys to go down. Gets another Swarm Host, which is slightly annoying, but I just push with all of these units. You know, you have to time the pushes with the Locust. Josh is sort of the one that taught me that. Or Jidax, as it were. So credit to him if he ever watches this. Good job on that one. This Sky Toss really cracks me up. Was this like a Fun Day Monday build or something from Day 9? Like, you see, like, doing this on a dare? Like, seriously. So these guys are going to be continuing to do damage, which is amazing. I really could have microed the Locust a little better. That's true. Look at this lack of doing anything with the expansion. My expansion now sort of doing something. This one's sort of doing something. Again, the macro not there, but it's getting there. And he's continuing to lose resources. Now, whenever I lose a Swarm Host, obviously that jumps up a bit. And I lost a couple of Hydras. But obviously, I'm outstripping him by far. His wall is gone at this point. Those slow firing Tempests ain't gonna do nothing. I got the Locust waves coming again. I could have moved these guys up, but I didn't want to risk it. And yeah, so here comes this Warp Prism. He loaded it up even. He didn't even warp in. Just loads it up. And I had just rallied these guys out, which is a shame because they could have totally cleaned it up. And I just sort of let them go because I wanted to make sure and hold the line up there. I saw this at really pretty early on, though, because I had the Overlord there. Because Caleb told me to put the Overlord there. So this is all very good, right? These are things that I'm picking up on. Oops. There it is. See, I see it, which is really good. So I see it, and I decide to warp in some Hydra, or to spawn some Hydras, which I don't think they end up really doing that much. The Hydras, maybe they delay it a little bit, and then I attack with the Queen, and then eventually I just build Mutas. But anyway, at this point, the Hydra list count is pretty high. Let's look at active forces. Yeah, mine's just a hell of a lot better than his. My APM's doing pretty good. My income is smushing his at this point. Because he mined out of his base, right? Because the whole thing about the Swarm Host is the lock-in. So now his income is dead. His production is not really doing much. He's just building probes. Now, I would have had these Vipers in a lot earlier, and I could have cleaned this force up. Here's the sad and pathetic defense. But no, I could have cleaned this force a lot earlier with the Vipers, but I actually spawned. I said SVVV for Viper, and it's EEE. VVV is Overlord. So I was like, derp. That's kind of a mistake. Because out come the Vipers now. And I see these guys just hacking away at my hive, and I'm like, alright, well, what do I care? I mean, I'll build Mutalisk. That thing's going to clearly last. And I figure he can't have very many resources, which is a good call, because he really didn't. And in the meantime, I'm just continuing to hammer away at him with this. Finally, he decides to actually build some probes there. He probably thought I was going to attack there, so even the Swarm Host presence, even though I kind of derped around with him, was still good. These guys finally start taking these down, so it's really not a problem. His upgrade's not there, right? Because the resources were spent on the defense. Now, of course, now I'm just like sick of these Tempests. I'm like, charge, just freaking take him out, focus fire, lights out. It's enough of those things. Lost a few Hydras in the process, a few units lost now, but the thing is, he's lost majorly a lot more. And I decided I'll snipe the Nexus and then retreat the Hydras. Which is a conservative move. Try not to overextend, even if I do think I've won the game. So he gets another Colossus out. Again, no upgrades. I'm 2-1, which is good. I didn't get the 2-2 for some reason. I don't know. Must have forgotten or something. The hive was almost dead. How about that? I didn't even notice. So now the Hydras are here, or the Vipers are, and look at this. This is fun. Yoinkity, 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 yoink. Oh wow, I didn't even need to yoink the other one. These ones I think I yoinked both of them, or just one. And at this point, it is the F that from him. And the rage. Gotta savor the rage when you get one of these wins. If they are backed up. Well, where else are you supposed to put them? GG. Look at that. Smushficated him. It's beautiful. Let's watch the beautiful DPS of the Hydras. Yay. Okay. So there you go. A real sweet victory. Good deal. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed it. I know I sure did. I'm going to keep trying to ladder, get some more victories. This one bumped me up to like rank, I don't know what it was, maybe 11 or something in gold. And I'll keep pushing, maybe get myself up into rank top 8 and see if I can finish in the top 8. So, thanks for watching.